emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And now a hook up downfield on second down. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking.
First down, a run with Cohen. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They go back to Grant. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check, check, check. Joker, 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 joker.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Let's go. Do it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but, boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again. 54's much.
They'll look to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Benardrick McKinney able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, Grant. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Go, go, go. No. Off. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Back to throw, Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Check 45 tonight. You're not ready. Check. Hey, watch it.
Operating from the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Danny. Check your hot read.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Sit. Watch out.
Now Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Benardrick McKinney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Draw play. Cohen. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
30 base. Blue draw Porkins.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And taken at the 46. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. He's got Fuller. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Watson throwing on 3rd and long. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line. Got it. The mic. 41's the mic.
On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 30 yards there, and, of course, the first down as well. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down again. Jaron Reed in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So Houston